Hey my beautiful bitches, it's me, Fiona St. James, and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Fiona's Coffee Talks. I am so excited to be finally doing this. It's something I've wanted to do for the longest, and here I am. So first off, thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I'd like to start off every morning with the beautiful, hot, fresh cup of coffee. Black. Hold the cream! I'd love to. Coffee with Kahlua, of course. That's the way to kickstart a day. And as my favorite author of all time says, Oscar Wilde, life is too important to be taken seriously. So lighten up, people, because newsflash, we're all going to die anyway. So really, what's the point? So since this is the first time that I'm doing this, I wanted to give you guys a little overview of who I am. I am going on 55 years old. Lord, I can't believe I said that out loud. Anyway, native New Yorker, born and raised in the Bronx. Bronx Boy, born and bred, no pun intended. I always knew I was gay, pretty much since the day I was born. Never hid that fact, little bit bullied growing up in grammar school because kids can be mean at that age. Honey, you thought adults were bad. Kids are the worst at that age. But through all of that, I persevered, graduated from Hunter College. I was, good student, bit of an overachiever, completed 3 majors, psychology, sociology, and dance. Graduated at the age of 22, immediately moved out of my parents' house. That was when I created my alter ego, Fiona St. James. So I've been a professional female impersonator for, 33 years, I guess, which I love doing that. That was also when I started in the massage world. I'm a massage therapist. I worked in retail. I worked at Bloomingdale's for like 25 years. I stopped doing that about 2 years ago because, honey, retail, that is the most thankless job you will ever have in your entire life. You're only as good as your last sale. And I just realized there's so much more to life than that. So the last, 2.5 years, I've been focused on just getting my acting gigs. And even if it's background work, I work pretty steadily. I get my massage clients. So between those 2 entities, I am able to support myself, and life is good, and it's been a better time than ever. I was also, at one point, about 20 years ago, I was the Latina Empress of New York City with the Imperial Court of New York. That's a fundraising organization. So fundraising and raising awareness and raising money for other gay and AIDS-related organizations has and always will be very important to me. I recently, about a few years ago, self-published my memoirs, The Life and Crimes of Fiona St. James, because, if you want to be real, technically some of the stuff that I've done will raise an eyebrow, but hey, you know what? Keep your karma clean, the universe will work for you. You're not going to be mean to other people, and you eventually and essentially get what you want. So that is how I have always lived my life. So, you just try to be nice to people, and hopefully you will get in return what you put out there. Putting out, honey, I'm no stranger to that either, but we're going to save that for a whole other video. The point of this first video is, well, number one, for me to just kind of get used to doing this, because, as a performer, especially doing drag shows my whole life, in between the numbers when I'm on the microphone talking to the audience, that is my favorite part of any show, because I get to be off the cuff and you get to talk and banter with people, which is kind of what this is, but I have to admit it's different to be doing this without an audience and sort of be feeding off myself. So I'm imagining that there's a whole lot of people out there listening to what I'm saying. Obviously there is, but like within this room itself, which P.S. we are in my lovely kitchen. I still live in New York City, currently reside in Sunnyside, Queens, close to the city, right over the bridge. So, I'm in the city every day. So, having said all of that, that is a brief overview of who I am. I'm kind of excited, not kind of, I'm very excited about this endeavor that I'm finally doing. It's been years. I think I've been saying it for about 2 years that I wanted to get a YouTube channel. And these things sometimes take a minute, and as a human being, you sometimes procrastinate, and then I finally just pushed myself and said, you know what? First step is create the channel, and now that I did it, I really have no choice but to actually do these videos. So it's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I like to think that I'll get better at it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what I have to say, and I just want a platform where I can sort of like speak my piece and give my opinion on things, and talk about things that I know of and other things happening in the world, without getting too serious, because remember what my little cup says here, you don't want to get too serious about anything. Speaking of which, coffee and Kahlua, hold up. You know what? I'm not a huge fan of coffee. I mean, wait, let's make sure you can see that. It's a means to an end that wakes me up, so there's something cute about putting a little bit of Kahlua in there, because it kind of wakes you up, but at the same time it kind of relaxes you, and cute way to start the day, and cute way to do your first video and hope that it comes out okay. So the other attempt that I'm going to make is, when I do these videos, one of my all-time favorite movies by John Waters, Cecil B. Demented, he speaks about, he was this underground cinema person, and he says there's nothing like the first take. So the first take is the most authentic thing. All of this saying, cut this, close-ups, all these different angles, that's not the authenticness. So I'm hoping that I'm able to do these videos from beginning to end without stopping, without having to do any real editing, because that way it's as real as it can possibly be. And yeah, you know what? I'm a human being, I'm not perfect. There might be a moment where I stumble on my words, or I say, wait, what was I gonna say? And then that's when I go like this. And take a sip, because then that gives you a minute to think of what you want to talk about next. But I think for now, this was a cute little overview of who I am. I hope you guys will tune in to more. I'm gonna be doing videos all week and officially go public on social media with this sooner than later, to say, check me out, subscribe. So don't forget, Fiona's Coffee Talks, James, aka Fiona, that is me. I'm so happy that you guys are listening. I want to make this interactive, so leave comments if there's anything you want to speak about, or any topic that I'm leaving out that's important to you, let me know. And also check out all of my different links, my book link, my acting link, this and that. Well, I'm going to get into all of those in individual videos. So thanks again for tuning in to Fiona's Coffee Talks, and I look forward to the next one. Bye guys. Love you.